I was an amateur.
I didn't always hit it as far as I do today.
And just like you, I was constantly trying to improve.
I chose Titleist then
For the same reasons I do now.
The new Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Choose the best for your game.
Jordan, can we interest you in a fifth round?
Yeah, I told Cam right after, said, "Oh, now we're going to start." So it was a great finish. It was nice. You know, I felt like I hit a lot of really beautiful shots that weren't necessarily rewarded today based on just trying to judge the crosswinds. And Cam was getting frustrated at himself because we were talking through the shots, and I said, "Man, crosswinds are a caddy and player's worst enemy." And I said it would have been the same struggle no matter who it was. And that's all it was today. I really felt like I shot 62 today, and it was 67. I had so many looks. So I'm playing beautifully. The putter felt great today. I found a nice trigger where I was getting through my putts a lot better than I was at the beginning of the week. And had that happened the whole week, I'd have definitely been in contention.
So what you feel like a lot of good swings went unrewarded?
Yeah, for the score. Yeah, a lot of good. I probably hit the ball better than I did the last few years in this tournament. And it was the difference. I shot 6 under, and I probably putted 10 strokes better over the 4 days the last few years. So, it happens. You have off putting weeks. Today was a better putting day, even though I didn't make that many birdies. I may have had one bogey and a few birdies and an eagle, but felt like it could have been something special.
When you're putting well, what do you regard as a gettable putt? What distance do you think is...
It just kind of depends on the putt, how much it breaks, if there's wind. See, there was a couple putts today where I decided I wanted to just hit it and pretend the wind wasn't there. If it dies down, it'll go in, and then the wind would pick up and it'd blow the ball off and miss it. And then I do the opposite on a couple, and I do the opposite. So it really depends on the putt. Normally up a ridge or from length, you're just trying to gather the speed. But 20 feet and in, when you get a decent look with not a whole lot going on, I start to see the arc and feel like you can make it.
What did you learn with Cam on the bag, and how are you going to implement the things that you learned next week?
Quite a bit. Stuff that's personal between the two of us. I mean, stuff that I was just kind of voicing a lot more than I would have ever voiced to Michael. I would have just said, okay, get over it, Jordan, and go. But I thought it was important for Cam to kind of hear, how I'm feeling hole after hole, day after day, and about different situations. And I think we actually made a lot of progress in that sense, or at least have a good starting point to make some progress this offseason.
So where do you feel like you are into next week then?
I feel great. I feel, it'll be a tough travel. Going east is a lot more difficult for me than going west, and I'm going an extra hour or two from home, so it'll be a quick adjustment, but the game feels good. So, get in there and having Cam see pretty much all the swings that I hit on the range and on the golf course and all the putts, I have that kind of extra confidence that I know where things are throughout the swing, and so it should be easy. I shouldn't have too many questions next week, which would be nice.
You've obviously not quite the result of the last 3 years, but you're still keen to be back here again?
Yeah, I'd love to explore it. It's just a matter of, like I've said every year, it's just I try and figure out what's going on the next week, let alone a year from now. So I've been I think pretty open the last few years into what I've been saying and exploring all options into the off season, and this certainly this kind of off season, the way I did it this year, has been very successful for me in the past.
It's obviously a different learning experience for you than the last few years. It could be as potentially valuable heading into next season.
Yeah. I think going through kind of the struggles on the greens and trying to talk through those and everything, that could be as beneficial as winning this week. Having Cameron kind of listen to it and making some progress from there. So hard to tell obviously, but. I feel really good about where things are right now. I feel a lot better today than I did after yesterday, the day before. So not just off the round or the finish, but I told Cameron middle of the round, even after making bogey on 10 when I missed 2 shots today. I only missed 2 shots. Even balls that I flew the green and hit it in the mulch on 10, I hit a perfect shot. I just got a wind gust the opposite way. So very, very few times do you go through an entire round only missing a couple shots, and so that's obviously a lot of confidence off that.
So having Cam on the bag, does that improve the relationship with him as a swing instructor?
Yeah, I think it just gives him a little bit more knowledge into the intricacies of a round and how things take shape over 4 or 5 hours. I think he's I think he's has more respect for Michael and how difficult it is to caddy. He said his hips were hurting a lot, and just judging the crosswinds and trying to be confident in your decisions, but also protecting. I think he learned a lot about how difficult it is for anybody to caddy on a professional tour. He was fantastic though.
Taking the bogey on 10, was that where you felt, well, okay, I can't actually...
Right, yeah. I mean, before that, it was, I had tons of chances, and I thought, I'd shoot 5, maybe make 4 or 5 birdies going into 18, and who knows. And the wind never picked up like it was forecasted, so I didn't think that wasn't going to help me. I needed it to really blow today. But yeah, just that second round that morning was really tough. That was where I kind of threw myself out of it. We had the easiest scoring conditions and a very gettable golf course, and to shoot even par that day was a frustrating round. But came back nicely the last 2 days, played nicely.
Last one. What do you think on his between next week and the week?
I'll be home. I actually have a lot going on. A couple trips, a little vacation, and then quite a bit of repetition. So, yeah, a few different trips planned, but for the most part, try and rest up the beginning of it, and then hopefully the weather's been great in Dallas. So if it stays that way, I'll get plenty of reps going into Hawaii. Going to get to Hawaii early.
Thanks very much, Jordan. Appreciate you coming down.
Appreciate it.